Hello, beautiful people. Gypsy Spirit here with you to talk to you about relationships. Everybody's always looking for validation through somebody else. That's a sure recipe for a codependent relationship. But I want to tell you a story about a woman who contacted me recently. She wanted to know about a gentleman that she had been seeing. I wouldn't call him a gentleman, but anyway, about a guy she'd been seeing for 7 years. She wanted to know if this guy was ever going to be with her, if they were ever going to be together, because he was telling her that they were going to be together. 7 years this has been going on, right? And she was contacting me to see if that was ever going to happen. So anytime somebody contacts me and asks me about a relationship, I ask a few questions. So I said, you've been seeing him for 7 years and y'all aren't married yet? Why? And she said, well, I just found out that he's married, but he told me that we're going to be together. I said, okay, let's backtrack this a little bit. You've been seeing this man or been with this man for 7 years, and you're just now finding out that he is married. And she said, yes. I said, well, I have a real hard time believing that this is the first you've heard about his marriage. But just for the sake of the conversation, okay, we'll go with that. We'll go with that you just found out after 7 years that he's married. So let me explain something to you. If you continue to see this man, things are going to happen. But first of all, this man has no self-esteem. He lacks self-love, self-respect, and integrity. Not only does he lack those three components that are very important to bring to a relationship, he lacks those three components, but he also has shown you a lack of respect and integrity and definitely a lack of love in the relationship that he has created with you, as well as a lack of respect for his wife and family. So let's just for the sake of the conversation say that now that you're finding out about it, if you continue to see this man, now that you know that he's married, you are showing yourself a lack of self-love, self-respect, and integrity. And the same, not only are you showing a lack of respect and those other two components for yourself, but you're also showing a lack of respect to his family and his wife. So you can stay with this man who's never going to leave his wife, by the way, and suffer the consequences later, or you can get out now. Like you needed to get out yesterday. Actually, she needed to get out 7 years ago. But anyway, for the sake of the conversation, she said she had just found out. Okay. And so her response to me was, but it's just so hard to let go. Really? It's hard to fucking let go of somebody that's been lying to you for 7 years? It's hard to let them go? I mean, what else does he have to say or do to finally get that cut off? What does he have to do to get you to finally block him? Wake up and smell the roses. Stop looking through the rose-colored glasses. When you found out that he's married, guess what? The rose-colored glasses came off. And if you can't see beyond that, red flags. If you don't listen to the red flags the first time around, guess what? The consequences are going to be severe later. So anyway, if you're dating a guy and you find out that he's married, do yourself a favor and his wife or girlfriend a favor. Let him go. Because, and the other thing that I told this woman, I said, okay, so for 7 years, you've been seeing this man, and according to you, you didn't know he was married, but do you think that you're the only woman he's fucking? He's not just fucking you, he's fucking everybody else. So why would you put yourself through that? Just saying. So, for more love advice or stories, follow me. And what would you do if you were in that situation? If you found out a guy that you had been with for a long time were married, would you continue to stay with him or would you cut him loose? I would advise you to cut him loose. Anyway, till next time, make good decisions, eat good food, stay warm, and be safe. But remember, making good decisions not just impacts you, but it also impacts other people as well. Bye-bye.